Hey, good morning YouTube. It is Friday morning. I know you're used to seeing my videos start off on Saturday morning, but reworked my schedule a little bit. I wanted to get out of town and ride and then get back home. Had an opportunity to drive up to the Sacramento area last night, stay at a friend's house, and now I'm going to be driving over to the Fairfield, Solano County area, looking to ride Rockville Hills. And so just getting on the road about 9:45 here in the morning, making my way over there. Hope you guys get a chance this weekend to get out there and to find your path. So starting to see a large collection of automobiles here on the side of the road. There was a sign just back there identifying this is the area. And, I'm going to pull in here on Alright, $3 to park here, not so bad. So just met a guy that rides here a fair amount. Trying to inquire if it's going to be a full mask ride or if it's not. Most everybody I've seen is not wearing a full mask. I'd asked a local about bathrooms out here. He said there is not a bathroom here at the parking lot, but there is a bathroom out on the trail. Steve Kidd, the pedal assist bike expert.
That's tricky. Getting through here.
Yeah, I bet.
No, for you.
Yeah, no, I know, right?
It's hard for me. Come on in.
Hi guys, how are you? All right, just kind of getting away from the parking lot. Weather's actually pretty warm. And to the very first gate. Whew. Some rocks and tree roots here. Nothing crazy. It doesn't look wet. I know others had ridden this when it was wet. Talked about how slippery it gets. Woo! Whew. Gotta get your speed up to get over this. Woo! So I'm about 6'3", and those low-hanging, leaning tree branches are gonna be something for me to have to navigate. It's like the second or third one I've come across where you shift your weight to get around it. It totally throws off your balance on the bike itself. So there's a branch I can't necessarily squeeze under without dismounting from the bike. Whew. Woo! All right, kind of a fun little sketchy section there. I'd say that's on par for what I would expect on a Black Diamond marked trail. Uh-oh. Got a big turkey vulture, it looks like, or wild turkey. Alright, they call this the mini garden. Any ideas why? Well, here's a pretty beautiful shot of Solano County. So Solano County is an original county. It was a county in 1850 when California got statehood. The county seat here is Fairfield. The population here for Solano County is about 460,000 people. That's an estimate from 2019. So the name of Solano comes from Chief Solano, which was a Native American. His mainstay was over in the Suisun area. So when you look at the economy here, the biggest employer by far is going to be Travis Air Force Base. The estimate that I was able to find is right around 13,000 people are employed there at Travis Air Force Base. After that, you have Kaiser. Kaiser plays a big role in this area as a major employer, as does Sutter Health. Both in excess of 4,000 or 5,000 people total working in the healthcare industry with Kaiser and with Sutter Health. So going back in history to, 1985, Humphrey Humpback was a whale that ended up coming straight off of its normal course, kind of straight up into the bay, and got all the way up to the Rio Vista area. Was called a snug slough. So they had to actually disassemble a bridge to get the whale turned around with a lot of volunteers' help, and they got the whale turned around and back out to the bay. All right. So I kind of got to the top of the mountain, more or less, and was starting my descent, and my battery shut off, so I pulled over to swap it out and realized I didn't bring my swap out battery. I left it back in the truck. So rode the trail down and then kind of found some service roads to get back to the car and replace my battery and then climb back to the top of the mountain. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, kind of retracing some of my steps. All right, pretty rocky and technical through some of the section here. Whew. Again, we got these trees that kind of stick out far. Got to navigate through those a little bit. Woo. Hey, how's it going? Good, thank you. So the trail below me is called Unknown, and that's a black diamond trail. Makes you wonder how different it would be from this trail, which is a blue trail. This is Outer Loop. Pretty fun. A lot of little technical obstacles. I kind of enjoy the technical stuff downhill a little bit more than just bombing downhill. Another little tree. And it's interesting the way those little trees kind of bend in. They kind of force you off of your trail or your line. And even though your line might be underneath the tree, you can't get down that low and you got to go around it. So just a little FYI. Woo! Wasn't sure I was going to make it through there. All right, now you know why they call it cliff view, because you get exactly that. A view from the cliff. Gotta walk over here and take a peek at this. It's pretty spectacular. Great view. It's so green and lush. Oh, a beautiful time of the year, I would imagine. Didn't have much of a winter, but I bet it's gonna be warm this year. So as I was mentioning, tons of different trails. It's like a big spider web. I'll show you guys the picture, the aerial view from Trail Forks. So I'm going to kind of make my way back to the trail I rode earlier prior to my battery dying, or actually the trail I rode after my battery died. All right, making the final descent. Sound like an airline pilot when I said that, don't I? Anyways, making my way back to the car for the second time. This time it's for good. Had a really cool conversation with a guy named Aaron from Facebook. He'd actually reached out to me and let me know he was going to be out here today. Initially, I thought I'd get here a lot earlier than I did. And then you add the time it took me to get back to the car to get that extra battery, and end up recognizing me and ended up chatting with him for a few minutes. Really cool guy. Been riding this area for about a year or so. Likes it. Says it gets really crowded out here on the weekends. So when he rides, he likes to do it on Fridays if he can sneak out. All right, just got back in the car. It's about 3:40, so I was out here about 4 hours. So what do you say about the trail? it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, as every trail is. This one's a lot of fun. So a couple things that jump out to me at the beginning. Pull into the parking lot. Not super big, but it's a parking lot. It's established. Kind of got to get a parking pass. Throw it in your dashboard if you're going to park in the lot, if you're lucky enough to get a spot in the lot. The bathrooms are actually about a half a mile up the road. They're kind of over by an area they call the pond. You can really go one of three directions. You can go straight ahead and head over towards the pond. You could head over towards the right, which I did not. I went to the left to, I think they call it the Tilly, Lower Tilly and Upper Tilly. Rode that section. A little technical. It's a black diamond, and probably because of the technical stuff, and you hit it pretty quick, meaning your legs aren't very warm, and so I was kind of all over the place. Went to the very top. I think it's called the Coyote Track. Along the way, ended up taking Upper Loop. A lot of fun. It's right next to and kind of parallel to the Unknown Trail. That one's probably a lot more technical. That's a black diamond versus the one I rode, which was a blue square. A lot of fun stuff to ride. It's not a big park, which I like actually, because you can kind of ride stuff, but those trails, those fun trails, are only going to be half a mile, maybe a mile, and then you're back to a service road or back to another section. So anyway, time to load up and get back on the road.